and welcome to another episode of InfoScope. I'm your host, Hannah Kim. It's once again time for the latest from the IT and science world. Let's begin with a quick preview of a couple of our first stories. Did you know that the global water market is worth about $423 billion and the industry is growing rapidly every year? With that said, Korea also aims to scientifically analyze the composition and properties of water, making Korean water a brand of its own. And over in Egypt, 2 rooms have been discovered in the Great Pyramid of Giza. The researchers actually used 3D technology to reconstruct the inner structure of the pyramid. So let's take a look at what they found inside. Here's Briefing Scope. The Scan Pyramids project reported that it has discovered 2 empty spaces in the Great Pyramid of Giza. According to the researchers, it's highly probable that one of the rooms is a corridor leading into the pyramid. More chambers like these may be hiding deep in the pyramid. The Ministry of Science, ICT, and Future Planning announced that a total of $19 million will be invested from next year until 2022 into researching Korea's water supply. The ministry aims to promote water from the Gangwon-do province or Jeju-do Island as a national brand and use it to boost the national image. New research shows that the heavier a woman is prior to her pregnancy, the shorter her newborn's telomeres will be. Telomeres are bits of DNA found at the ends of chromosomes, and the longer they are, the less prone they are to chronic diseases. The researchers found that being overweight can affect the baby's development process and thinks that excess fat tissue is to blame. Maintaining a healthy weight is always a good idea, but that last story shows how it may even affect the next generation. Now let's move over to a story about animal behavior. In the past, certain primates like the chimpanzees have been observed using tools to accomplish certain goals. Well, recently, a species of monkeys was found using what scientists say resemble stone axes. We'll have more on this in just a moment. But before that, we're going to give you a rundown of some of the newest technologies that may even help us tackle the small inconveniences in our daily lives. From a smart mirror that can recommend customized cosmetics to moving chairs. How high-tech has our world become? We have the answer for you next on Industry Inside.
Wrinkles and freckles are highlighted on this woman's face in the mirror. Once the face scanning is done, a facial mask is released. This is a smart mirror that can scan a person's face with a high-resolution camera and create cosmetics customized for the user. There are customers sitting in line in front of this restaurant in Japan. When one gets up to enter, the now empty chair pulls away and the occupied chairs shift forward. These autonomous chairs use technology found in self-driving cars. The chairs move on their own by using sensors and cameras. There are also shoes that tie themselves at the press of a button and smart home devices that can be controlled with voice recognition. What was once cutting-edge technology is becoming more mainstream and is being applied to different aspects of everyday life.
기술들이 발달하면서 지금 우리 삶에서 그동안 자동화되지 않았던 것들이 계속 자동화가 돼갈 예정에 있습니다. 아마 저희가 모르는 사이에 금방 다 자동화가 돼 있을 거예요.
The latest in science and technology is making its way into our everyday life and playing a major role in boosting our quality of life. This is the capuchin monkey, which has been known to use tools. It is striking a nut on a rock with a stone. But it's not an ordinary stone. It's actually a type of stone axe made by the monkey. A team of international researchers observed how capuchin monkeys at Brazil's Serra de Capivara National Park were smashing stones into desired shapes. The monkeys select hard stones like quartzite and repeatedly smash them on a bigger rock. They lick any mineral dust or fragments off the stone. The final product is an axe-shaped tool with a sharp side, usable for breaking through the tough shells of nuts. The tools look like those made by humans in the Stone Age.
Track that back in time by excavating a site, by finding old tools, and then by recognizing those tools in the past. And that will let us look at things like whether they change, whether they innovate, how their technologies develop over time.
The researchers state that other species of monkeys have been trained to make stone tools, but this is the first time wild monkeys made tools while under observation. This is Itaewon Elementary School in Seoul. The students are making different software programs with the help of educational software.
선생님이 일일이 칠판에다 점수를 주는 걸 보고 좀 선생님이 불편하실 것 같아서 그 프로그램을 만들어서 선생님을 좀 편하게 하려고 이 프로그램을 만들었습니다. 가끔씩 어렵기도 한데 일단 재밌고 쉬운 것도 많아요.
The students can freely experiment with software thanks to their school being designated as a trial school for software education. The government is expanding such programs in the lead up to making software education compulsory in middle school from 2018 and in elementary school from 2019. This is part of fostering the next generation for the fourth industrial revolution.
지금 올해 한 900개를 하고 있고요. 지금 내년에는 한 1,500개까지 확대하려고 하고 있습니다.
More attention will be given to training teachers in relevant subjects.
연수를 실시해서 그러한 그 전문성에 대한 그 이해를 넓히도록 저희가 지원을 하고 궁극적으로는 이제 교원 양성 대학에서 아예 소프트웨어 관련 과목을 지정을 해서 대학에서 선생님들께서 미리 충분한 그런 그 역량을 갖추고.
One issue that must be tackled first is that of private institutes jumping in and distorting the standard of software education across the nation. Empty bottles and disposable cups are strewn about on the edge of this planter. The planter itself has become all but a trash can. There are cigarette butts in the benches as well. Following the implementation of a volume-based trash disposal policy in 1995, the number of trash cans in Seoul shrank from 7,600 to around 5,100. The lack of public trash cans has led to people throwing trash anywhere.
음료수 들고 테이크아웃 안에다가 다니다 보면 이제 다 먹고 나면 버릴 데가 있어야 되는데 버릴 데가 없어가지고 보통 들고 끝까지 집까지 가거나 하는데 그럴 때 너무 불편하고요.
오히려 없으니까 더 안 버려도 되는 거를 아무 때나 버리게 되는 것 같아요.
To tackle this issue, the government will implement the Environmental Protection Store Initiative on a trial basis. Under this initiative, people will be able to throw away trash at designated stores like convenience stores or cafes.
환경지킴 가게에 시민들이 휴대하고 있는 쓰레기를 편하게 버릴 수 있도록 하기 위한 것입니다.
People will be able to dispose of trash while the designated stores will receive more visitors. Local governments will provide trash bags for such use as part of reducing the store's burden.
구청에서 쓰레기 봉투를 지원을 해주니까 저희도 그만큼 청소를 할 수 있다는 거니까 저희도 좋을 것 같습니다.
There will also be specialized trash cans in places where cigarette stubs are commonly found. The government will do a trial run until the end of the year, evaluate the results, and expand the initiative nationwide.
Moving on to the next part of our show. In many different episodes of InfoScope, we brought you a lot of good news about the latest advances in the field of prosthetics, and it keeps getting better. Researchers have now developed a robotic arm that can not only move by thought, but also register touch, sending the information back to the user's brain, all in one cycle. We'll have more information on this shortly. And in other news, new research now shows that mosquitoes seek out their targets using both their sense of smell and taste. This may open new avenues for developing mosquito repellents and for preventing mosquito-based diseases. We have more on this story and more in our next segment, Take a Peek.
Malaria claims the lives of 620,000 people worldwide annually. The number of those infected in Korea has been on the rise for the past 2 years, and last year alone, some 700 people were diagnosed with the disease. The number of Anopheles, the genus of mosquitoes that can transmit malaria, has quadrupled over the past 2 years. Now new research shows that these mosquitoes can do more than track people by their scent, and that they can also taste human skin. A team of researchers from Johns Hopkins University found that a specific part of the mosquito's brain processes both the taste and smell of its prey.
In humans, a combination of smell and taste in our brains gives rise to the perception of flavor. So it does suggest that the mosquito brain may also have a flavor center.
Mosquitoes have 3 sets of scent detectors: antennae, maxillary palps, and labella. The researchers use fluorescent proteins to make neurons called odorant receptors glow. Then they trace the path of these ORs from the sense organs to the brain,
suggesting that the labella is acting to pick up on odors very close to our skin that could affect how we taste to the mosquito.
The researchers state that changing the taste of our skin can act as a mosquito repellent. Furthermore, this method can be applied to mosquitoes that transmit viruses like the Zika virus or the dengue virus, opening a new path for preventing contagious diseases. The research and its results were featured in the global academic journal, Nature Communications. In 2011, a team of U.S. researchers made a robotic arm for patients with total body paralysis. The arm was connected to the patient's brain, and the patient could control it with just thoughts. The patient thinks about moving the arm, and those thoughts are transmitted as signals via electrodes. The signals are delivered to the robotic arm. This way, patients can pick up objects, eat, and do other actions deemed impossible previously. Now, technology has gone one step further, and these robotic arms are able to feel. In the past, the brain sent signals to the robotic arms, but now prostheses can send signals to the brain when they make contact with an object.
The way we did that was by implanting little electrodes into a part of the sensory cortex.
It's a really weird sensation. Sometimes it feels kind of like electrical, and sometimes it's more of a pressure.
This is the first case of a brain and a robotic prosthesis interacting with each other and registering touch.
직접적으로 전극을 삽입해서 이런 촉감을 느꼈다는 것 자체가 상당히 큰 의미를 가지는 거고요. 기계하고 사람하고 결합할 수 있는 좋은 예가 될 것 같습니다.
This technology is a great improvement on the current robotic prostheses, whose biggest drawback is that they are unable to register touch. The growing interest in the immune system is also raising the popularity of dairy products that contain substantial amounts of lactic acid bacteria. Now, Korean researchers have discovered in Doenjang, or fermented soybean paste, a new type of lactic acid bacteria that can boost the immune system. The researchers found during animal tests that when exposed to the bacteria, the spleen became 4 times heavier and the amount of beneficial germs increased. Furthermore, the severity index for colorectal cancer shrank by half, and the survival rate against the H1N1 swine flu grew 5-fold. This type of bacteria retains its properties even when it isn't refrigerated.
생균과 동일한 효능을 지니고 있기 때문에 건조법에도 영향을 받지 않을 뿐더러 4도씨에서 보관을 하던 50도씨에서 보관하던 거의 1년간 성분 변화 및 면역 효과가 거의 차이가 없이 발현되는 것을 볼 수가 있습니다.
The total import of positive germs like lactic acid bacteria last year was 198 tons, worth about $42 million. This is a 3-fold increase compared to 2013. Researchers hope that the newly discovered bacteria will be a viable alternative to imported bacteria, as they do not lose their properties even when they are processed into capsules or powder.
Although doenjang may not smell too pleasant, it is definitely a superfood here in Korea. And trust me, if you get used to the taste, it is absolutely delicious. Of course, with the additional information about the benefits of the healthy bacteria in doenjang, I'm sure it will be even more popular domestically and internationally, which is great news in terms of both personal health and for the national economy. Now, this wraps up today's show. We will be back next week with another fun and informative episode, so don't forget to join us here next time. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.